So today's book review is going to be a little different in that I actually don't have a book. It was given to me by the author R.J. Castiglione, and the title of the book is called Sunset Sanctuary. Now, this book was crazy difficult for me to read, and not because the writing style was bad. In fact, it was unbelievably wonderful. It was elegant and poetic, and I really felt like I was in Hawaii, which is where the book took place. So I don't feel like I need to go to Hawaii anymore. That was just how well it was written. It was actually the message that really was the hard part to really absorb. And that message of the story is about domestic violence awareness. Let me backtrack. So our main character of this book is Adam. And Adam is running away from his abusive ex-boyfriend, and he's trying to run back home to Hawaii, where he's trying to kind of reconnect with his roots. And while I'm reading this, I actually, for the first time ever, I feel like I was not the character. Normally, whenever I'm reading a book, I'm always seeing myself as the character. But I felt like I was a bystander almost. Sitting next to Adam on the plane going to Hawaii, sitting next to him when he's at his new job, just trying to tell him, you got this, you can find love again, you can find hope again, kind of that, that invisible cheerleader kind of a vibe is what I was getting from this book, from how me as the reader felt. And it was a nice different take on what I would normally read. I've never seen myself from that perspective, never the cheerleader for the main character. So that was kind of cool. But I think a lot of the reason for that is because I myself have gratefully never gone through a situation that Adam had been through. I've never been through domestic violence, and I don't think I've known people who've gone through that. So this book was a huge eye-opener for me as an outsider. I'm still in ways trying to absorb some of the things that happened to Adam. It was more on the lines of, wow, this does happen, this can happen. It was one of those realizations, I guess you'd say. But my absolute favorite part about this is that RJ didn't fully fixate on the tragedy that was surrounding Adam. He was focusing on hope, on love, on peace, on the future for this character, which I really liked. When we think, at least I don't know about you, but when I think of domestic violence, I think of all the sadness and all the horror that it encompasses. But with this book, RJ is trying to show that you can find love, you can find peace, you can find hope again. And that is what Adam found when he went to Hawaii. He found it in his family, he found it in his friends, he found it in Hawaii itself, which was the most poetic and beautiful part, in my personal opinion. I thought that was really great how RJ incorporated the love of one's hometown or home state in that. But I think this book is really good for somebody who, like me, who has never fully been in that situation, to give us more of an awareness, give us more of a, hey, this is a real thing. And something that was mentioned in the foreword of this book was that the author himself had never gone through domestic violence as well, but he knew of somebody who did, and their story was a bit more tragic than our main characters. And RJ, I gotta say, that takes a lot of courage to write about that. I couldn't even do that, because that takes so much strength to write about and be that voice for those who feel like they have none. So thank you so much for doing that, for being that voice, for trying to make us all aware that this, among everything else in this world, domestic violence is not going away, that this is something that we need to stand up for and help those who are in those situations. So thank you for writing that. This book, you should be so proud of it, and I think that this is a good book for those who want to be more educated on the topic in a setting where it's not full tragedy, but it still gives you that glimmer of hope. So thank you.